So everyone will hopefully understand me and Avner. This project of a teacher training academy has inspired quite a lot of partners in the last 3 years to start with. And it's been a great joy to have this idea of a teacher training academy come into action or realize in the last year, 2023. And it's my honor as a chairman of the International Teacher Association to welcome you. And after a while, I'll hand it over to Avner, our CEO, Ava Costa. But for the time being, I would like to introduce first of all myself. I'm a teacher of transcendental meditation since 1974. I'm meditating since 1971. And I've experienced I've done about 1,000 initiations in South Africa and in Europe, especially in Austria, where I'm living now. And a couple of 3 years ago, I asked myself what I'm doing now. Am I going to continue to initiate individually small courses, or as an independent teacher, I may say, as an independent teacher? But the idea came to my mind. I think of what Maharishi said. He is going to multiply himself and teach not only by himself, but to invite people to become teachers of meditation. We call it here deep or relaxing or whatever meditation because of trademark issues. But that's in a later stage. And so I found myself, as I'm living now in Austria, in the city of Graz, joining up with some veterans of transcendental meditation teachers from Sweden, from California, from France, from Norway, and from Israel, from Portugal. And so this whole project of Teacher Training Academy has proved with 25 new teachers in November 2023. And this gave us a great motivation, a great inspiration. These new teachers gave us and me great inspiration and motivation to continue for another teacher training academy. And I would like now to ask to continue to introduce everyone himself on the screen who is present. May I start with David Spector.
Hi, I'm a former TM teacher, became a TM teacher in June of 1972. After teaching about 108 students, I decided that I needed to, I couldn't earn a living that way, so I became a software engineer. And after 40 years of that, I looked around and I found a way of teaching meditation that was as effective as transcendental meditation, just with a different name. And so I teach natural stress relief. It is an alternate technique to transcendental meditation, but it has a much lower price and much better support and many minor differences. And I have an agreement with the TM organization saying that I'm allowed to do so, which is good because I understood from Maharishi that I was allowed to do so as well. And I'm very interested in Nitma. Thank you.
David, where are you living?
I live in Maine in the United States.
Thank you, David. May I continue and ask Bengt from Sweden to introduce yourself?
Well, I've initiated about 1,000 people as well, and I became a teacher in 1975. I started yoga and meditation on my own at the age of 12. So I'm kind of, I was independent already before I became a TM teacher. And I am the founding chairman of ITMA Sweden.
Thank you, Bengt. May I ask Avner to introduce yourself?
So, good evening. My name is Avner Kastef. I'm from Israel. I learned to meditate in 1974, so now it's 50 years. I became a teacher in 1980, so that is 44 years now. I've taught a few hundreds of people, and I had the great joy and satisfaction to teach the last teacher training academy together with Roland in Kerala, India.
Thank you, Avner. Bernhard, I'd like to ask you to introduce yourself as my friend in Austria, Bernhard Paul. You have to unmute yourself. Du hast Mikrofon einschalten. Yes.
Is this it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can introduce me. Okay. Just a moment, I have to take my. So smiling is okay. Yeah, I'm Bernhard. I'm from Austria. I started to meditate 67, become initiated in the 70s. I've been national leader of Austria, and then I moved to Taiwan. I was teaching there, and now I'm back. Happy to meet Roland. We haven't seen each other, I think, 50 years or so. Yeah, and I was fortunate to help him out with some trouble of copyright, and since then we have been somehow in contact. If you have any question further.
Thank you, Bernhard.
Yeah. Seems to be the oldest here.
Yes, we call us the veterans, and we allow ourselves to be competent to give this knowledge and wisdom to those who want to become teachers of meditation.
Yeah, it's a very important, it seems to be a very important task. This is what is my first impression here of the movement is then there hasn't been very much interested in training teacher for reasons I don't understand. Maybe they think Austria is too small or whatever. We had always trouble in the beginning with the first teachers. That I was afraid, and if there are more teachers. But I think Roland, you can tell me that it's not true. There's a need of teachers even in Austria, isn't it?
Oh, yes, there are.
Yeah. So, but I think that the trouble is because most people are afraid and they cannot survive by teaching alone.
This is how we're going to teach this participants in the teacher training academy how to set up themselves professionally and make an earning as well.
About the detail, we can talk about privately how we can, if you have some ideas or if you have some question, you can always contact me.
Thank you, Bernhard. May I head on to Philippe? You are one of our new teachers of the Teacher Training Academy last year. Welcome, yes. Philippe.
Thank you. Right, I was part of first session of Teacher Training Academy. So I start teaching meditation beginning of this year. So but I learned transcendental meditation in 1988. I live in Paris and start training of teaching meditation right after becoming retired after 40 years of engineering in different enterprise.
Thank you, Philip. May I ask Sasha to introduce not only as our translator, but also as a teacher since 2023 to introduce yourself. You are mute.
Yes, thank you, Roland. Thank you, everybody. It is very nice to be here with you and to be an active TM teacher. All thanks to Avna and Roland G and for TTA of 2023. That was some kind of experience. Never expected that it would be so profound. And basically, to become a teacher, as I see it now, is a necessary, maybe required step on this progress is self-realization and self-development. So I recommend it highly to everybody who is new here. And I also want to introduce here with me on the phone with translation Alexei from Volgograd. He is Russian pretty active student who is into coming to TA, basically already learned first 2 steps of initiation. Also here with me, Tatiana Litovka. Maybe she will get a chance to introduce herself later. Also a participant of TTA 2023, wonderful Vedic scholar, young looking, wonderful and deep wise, lovely lady. Who else do we have here? If anybody want to introduce himself, please tell me to translate. Если хотите еще представиться, пожалуйста, поднимите руку или просто включайте микрофон, говорите, я переведу. На всякий случай я напомню, что перевод на встречу доступен в отдельной ссылке на WhatsApp, которая в чате в Zoom. Thank you.
Thank you, Sasha. Whom did you ask to introduce himself or herself? Was it Tatiana or? Just by the way, just let you know that the last course, 2023, was with 4 languages to cover: German, French, English, and Russian. And it was a great experience, also with translating all the curriculum. And as you see, Sasha Soshnikov, or Alexander Soshnikov, he was carrying out this heavy job to a great part. So, Tatiana, you're welcome.
Not to interrupt you, dear Roland. Yes, Tatiana shares with me in this separate WhatsApp call this wonderful desire. She is looking forward into initiating 1,000 at least people, as all you do, wonderful veterans we have. And the wonderful thing is that she meditates relatively recently. So she began her meditation, initiated with him 2022, became a teacher 2023, and now she's very happy with the practice and with the results of her own students. Here you have it.
And to say that Tatiana was a studied scholar of Vedic science. All right. Thank you very much, Tatiana. I'd like to ask Volkmar from Germany. Welcome, Volkmar. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I live in Cologne in Germany. I'm 69 years old. I'm fortunately retired for a couple of years, so I don't have to work anymore. I was part of the 23 course in India, or better say, the finish was in India. The first parts we did like this over Zoom. And I'm very happy to be an independent teacher. Right after I finished the course, I learned we're not in the 70s anymore. I have been initiated in December 72. That's quite a long time since, and I have seen the good times in the 70s when there were many followers. Maharishi gathered a whole lot of things, but times have changed, and I think that the independent ITMA teaching group is very well aware of this and very well competent to cope with these changes.
Thank you, Volkmar, from Cologne, for introducing yourself. And he also did a great deal in managing the technical part of the course, the electronics and the electrics and all this. Was very, very grateful. Okay, how to get
Roland. For those who have not been part of it, we did encounter a couple of problems in India, but not with the course. But there were couple of power shortages, and power shortages meant no Wi-Fi and no television, and then the power came back, and it was always it was a bit we had to develop on this.
You were like a magician. Thank you, Volkmar. You always helped us out of this kind of situation. Thank you. With your partner, what is his name? Romanov. Yes, he's not here right now. Okay. Now I may ask somebody from the new interested persons. Maybe Kelly Kleckner, may I ask you to introduce yourself? Where you live and how you came about to this presentation.
I live in Asheville, North Carolina. I came about this presentation through someone who gave me an astrology reading who knew about this. I had been a part of, I learned TM in 2016, shortly after I moved to Fairfield, Iowa, probably a year after I learned to meditate. I went to the university there, finished my bachelor's degree. Then I learned the cities meditation and went on to do my master's in Ayurveda. So I was in Fairfield, Iowa for about 4 years. And I also meditated with Mother Divine for about a 6-month period. And I think I'd always been interested in teaching, but I'm kind of an independent person and was a little weary about getting really super involved in the entire organization. I do like my independence. And yeah, and it was quite costly, which I didn't really have the means for that. But I think it's a meditation that's pretty dear to my heart. And I tend to be within the healing field in general. I'm still kind of sorting out a total career path for myself, but yoga, Ayurveda are things I'm trained in. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly, for introducing yourself. A very interesting biography. And you will find some, I would say, some kind of residential colleagues from Fairfield around here, especially Avner Kostev. He was living there and studying there as well, being now the CEO of the International Teachers of Meditation Association. May I ask to now Alexandra, who drives the car, to introduce herself. Alexandra,
Roland, the lady who is driving car, her name is Angelica, not Alexandra.
Angelica, thank you, Laura. Angelica, may I ask you to introduce yourself, even though you are driving the car, if that is possible?
Or Roland, it's basically an issue with translation. If you want me, I would ask in Russian. Расскажите, пожалуйста, по очереди, я переведу.
Хорошо. Я просто не успела переключиться в WhatsApp, потому что я была за рулем. Очень приятно присутствовать с такими людьми интересными. Очень жаль, что я не знаю английского, так хочется сразу вникнуть. Ну, больше во мне, что я училась у Айдына в Казахстане, Алмата, проходила обучение. Медитирую я уже 1,5 года, бесперерывно. То есть мне Это очень интересная тема. Ну, я, наверное, совсем молодая в этом, но мне очень нравится, и я хочу продолжать, хочу обучаться, хочу познавать. И всех благодарю. Спасибо огромное. Очень приятно быть в вашей компании.
So Angelica excuses herself for driving the car and thus being unable to join the translation in WhatsApp. Therefore, not knowing English, she's halfway here. However, very interested, and she's a student of IDIN, our gradee from TTA 2023, and she loves meditation very much. Even though she meditates not so long ago, she is into it and into development in that path. So thank you, and thanks to IDIN for grading me in. And it's a wonderful idea with that independent flow of getting the knowledge and becoming a teacher.
Thank you, Angelica, and for introducing yourself. It must be pretty late already with you in Kazakhstan, but hopefully not too late. Lara, may I ask you to introduce yourself as you corrected me? You are a participant of the last year's Teacher Training Academy. Lara apologized for not being available with the video. But you can give us some words, Lara.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Roland, for giving me a speech. Very happy to see everyone, and I finished teacher course last year, so I can see here a lot of my colleagues, and this is actually was one of the best time for myself. We've been almost 3 months together, and it's supporting each other, and great support we had from Avna and Roland, from our best teachers, and this was a very special time for myself, and I'm very glad that I had this opportunity to become a meditation teacher, and I'm very happy actually to be here in a Zoom and to see everyone on a regular basis. Yeah. So I don't know what to tell. So I'm very happy, and I'm very actually lucky to be here today with you. And this was my best experience last year during the teacher meditation program. Very happy to see everyone tonight. Thank you.
May I just add, Lara is a business lady and active on 2 continents almost, one could say, in Russia and in the Southern Hemisphere as well. And Lara was helping also in the translations last year. And it was a great experience and a great joy for your support. And thank you once more on this day for your competence. Well, I would like to ask now, did I say that we had about almost 2/3 from the Russian-speaking space last year, students, and it's been therefore quite natural to see quite a few Russian written names here. And I would like to ask Sasha to continue to ask the new interested persons to to introduce themselves, since I can't read their names. I'm sorry about that.
Yes, Roland, let me try, please. Дорогие друзья и гости нашей презентации, соответственно, представьтесь, пожалуйста, если бы вы хотели, то включите микрофон, и я переведу на английский язык. Соответственно, Юлия, Алексей, Анна. Прямо все присутствующие при желании включайте микрофон, и я буду вас переводить. Представьтесь, пожалуйста.
Добрый вечер. Добрый вечер. Пожалуй, я представлюсь на русском, потому что мой английский не так хорош. Я тоже очень рада находиться на этой встрече. Меня пригласил Владислав Саханов, и я занимаюсь медитациями достаточно давно. Но это направление для меня новое. Я бы хотела попробовать, мне это очень нравится, погрузиться в это больше. Поэтому я здесь. Очень рада тоже быть в такой замечательной компании. Спасибо. Меня зовут Кристина. Да.
Спасибо,
Не
Кристина. Thank
представила.
you. My name is Christina, and I'm here by the invitation from Vladislav Sakhanov, also a wonderful TM teacher, participant of previous course. Myself, I am into meditations for a long period of time now, with different practices, but this specific practice is relatively new for me and interesting. The vast knowledge, I'm very interested in development too. So thank you for that opportunity. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, Christina.
Как меня слышно?
Да, отлично, начинай.
Отлично, да. Всем доброго времени суток. К сожалению, не могу включить камеру, почему-то выдает какую-то ошибку. Меня зовут Алексей, я из города Тюмень. Трансцендентальную медитацию начал практиковать в 2016 году. И я из тех людей, кто решил сразу взять все нахрапом. Уже в конце 2016 прошел обучение, в начале 2017 прошел предполетный блок, следом за ним полетный блок, и что называется, пошло-поехало. За это время регулярной практики то знание, которое и вы в том числе продолжаете нести и принес в нашу жизнь Махариши, как-то по-своему ожило, и появился этот естественный импульс, не знаю, как правильнее сказать, продолжить, что ли, нести это знание, что ли, в мир, людям. И на протяжении уже какого-то времени я устремлен в эту сторону. И буду очень рад присутствовать на этом замечательном событии.
Спасибо, Алексей. So, my name is Alexei. I'm from Tyumen city in Russia. I'm a meditator since 2016, and then it went one thing after another straight away. TMCT, all the advanced techniques, everything, and being regular in every practice. Since then, I feel more and more this flow of knowledge from Rishi, from maybe with your help, uh, um, the teachers all around me, and the need to invest myself somehow into that flow to spread that knowledge. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity to become a teacher, and I'm sure it will happen. And thank you very much.
That's very, very nice to hear. Sasha, please invite your others who didn't have a chance to speak from the Russian group.
This is it, Roland. Everybody else, I believe, are silent for now. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Roland, there's a gentleman, Chris Stanley. I don't know if he hears us.
Chris Stanley. Yes. Chris Stanley, is there a chance to see you? Since there is only a C to be seen, can you introduce yourself?
It's okay. It's okay. Some people are busy.
Okay, Chris. Fine. Now, not to make a mistake and to be unpolite, I would like to see whether we have given everybody a chance to introduce him or herself. Did anybody miss to ask? Please raise your hand or your voice. All right. Otherwise, we would like to, before we go and give Avna, my dear partner, a chance to present the program of the Teacher Training Academy. And it's a very beautiful presentation. I had the privilege to see it already. And as it has been the custom, before we go into action, we have finished the Who is Who session, and we are going to have a group meditation. So please sit comfortably and just close our eyes for let's open our eyes. Please, can everybody mute the microphone? Let's open our eyes. Did you feel some quietness, some silence? All right, let's close our eyes once more. All right, let's open our eyes. Feel some quietness. Did you have any thoughts in that quietness? Did you notice how effortlessly and spontaneously thoughts come? Good. Now this time when we close our eyes, we'll begin the mantra as effortlessly as we think any other thought. And we will continue meditation for about 10 minutes. All right, let's close our eyes. Jai Gurudev. Let's take a few minutes and then open the eyes. Slowly open the eyes. It was easy. It was good. Fine. It's always amazing how easy this meditation goes and how effortlessly we cross in light speed in this group from one continent to the other in this group meditation. Well, I would like to explain a little bit what ITMA is, what the International Teachers of Meditation Association is. It's basically a group of independent teachers of meditation. And due to copyright issues, we don't name them teachers of transcendental meditation, but just merely meditation teachers. There was something happening with the TMO in the past decades, and every one of the independent teachers had its own story, why to become an independent teacher. ITMA's mission is now to, independent from the TMO, to give a chance to those meditators who want to become teachers and teach this meditation in their environment. And that's why this group, which is not actually an organization, it is an association, and was founded some years ago, and Abner will explain it a little bit more in detail what it is and how ITMA works. That's very important to know before we indulge in this project, and you feel comfortable when you participate in this project as a new teacher, or as long as you wish to become a new teacher, to know a bit how ITMA is working. That's very important to know. At that stage, I would like Abna to take the word, to have the word, and begin the introduction of the teacher training course 2025, and explain and give the knowledge of this project of teaching new teachers of meditation. Thank you. Avner, please go ahead.
Well, thank you, Roland, for the introduction and also for so many good years of hard work and partnership. Nothing would have been possible without your involvement. So I think most of us know that Maharishi worked in the West for 50 some years, and he passed away. And after he passed away, the organization became less focused on teaching people to meditate and creating new teachers, but on other things. And during the corona, some teachers started discussing, and we decided to make ITMA, International Teachers of Meditation Association. And it doesn't collect money from the teachers. It doesn't tell them what to do. It doesn't tell them how to call their meditation. It just supports them with knowledge, whatever is needed, and trains new teachers. There's one thing, and we don't care what you believe in, religion or gurus or whatever. Everyone has their own path. We are strict about one thing, and that is the meditation Maharishi taught us and taught us how to teach works very well. We've never found anything that works even close to it. So when we teach teachers, we teach in the same method that Maharishi taught us. So we know this meditation, it reduces stress, balance in life, peace. ITMA is global. These are the countries it appears in. Currently, there are teachers in all these countries, more. We teach meditation the way it was taught. People, graduates of the receive a teacher meditation certificate. Members of ITMA have access to teaching materials. They can be as active or inactive as is comfortable for them. There are no fees, annual fees, or royalties. And we share ideas, communicate, provide each other with inspiration and materials, help each other in the legal matters. Sometimes there were issues with that. We helped each other. And we cooperate in teaching more people how to meditate. Here's the beginning of the last course. I'll go quickly through it. It began in the Adi Shankara temple in Kerala, where we distributed puja sets and the priest blessed them. Puja sets, the traditional ceremony before you learn how to meditate. And this is the Surya Narayana, the priest of this temple, with all the people receiving the puja set just at the beginning of the course. And this is the resort where we had the course. And some of us, Roland and Volkmar and Bob, went after the course to tour in India, and they visited. You see, this is Gurudev, the teacher of Maharishi, has what they call a dandi stick, and they visited the Shankaracharya, who's from the same tradition of the West, and in Srinagari, and you see he has the same stick, the same tradition. And here are the three of them, Roland, Volkmar, and Bob, and they participated in his ceremonies and pujas and got his blessing. And he got this picture of the course and he blessed it, and this gave us a huge amount of satisfaction that the tradition of Shankaracharya, the tradition of Gurudev and Maharishi, accepted this course and blessed it. And this is where we are studying in India. You see, taking off the slippers before the lecture hall, all sorts of people lecturing. You can notice some of them, Sasha and so forth. And there's lots of studying, lots of lectures to learn, material to learn. And here we are at the end of the course. They all got their diplomas, and there's walking and talking and arguing and learning together and creating materials or charts, translating into languages. A big part, which you'll learn at the beginning of the second semester, is how to do the traditional ceremony, the puja as we call it. So we do that every day, many, many times. This is an Excel spreadsheet that shows how many pujas each person has done in the course. And the goal was, what was it? I think 200 and some or 180, I don't remember. And here the people are practicing. Every evening someone does a puja and practices how to initiate someone into meditation. This happens day in, day out, so we come out of the course perfect. Here Bob is teaching to meditate, and here Olga is teaching someone to meditate. And here we are doing our group meditations. We have long rounds. People who've been in residence courses, you know what it is to do 2 rounds in the morning and 2 rounds in the afternoon, plus a long meditation before lunch. We also had some fun. We went on a field trip out to the mountains, beautiful mountains there. And there's lots of moments of fun, of love, of dancing. This is farewell to one of our teachers who was leaving early. And this is the celebration, I believe, at the end. And time to drink tea. Roland with the ladies, with Irina, wonderful teacher in Abakan. And we had a fire pit and dancing and boat competitions and everything, and a festival meal at the end. And here we are leaving the hotel. We got garlands from the owners, and this is a present the teachers gave Roland and me to remember them, all the class, and a cake naturally. And 240 pujas later, here we are on the bus to go back to the temple to graduate. Here's the certificate, the diploma that each graduate got. And here is Surya Narayan, the great Surya Narayan, giving the diploma to Irina Romanova and to Aideen's wife, Shole, and so forth. Vlad, you can see all the graduates here. And what is very special, and this is our valedictorian, our Tatiana, who got the top grades, and there are 2 other salutatorians, very successful graduates, all of them. And Roland gave them a scarf that he had from Maharishi. Each one got this scarf of silk. And here's Tatiana getting her valedictorian. Now what is very interesting is that Surya Narayan, at the end of the course, there's a special piece of knowledge that you cannot be a teacher of meditation without. And in all Maharishi's course, it was the last thing given before going home. And Surya Narayan gave that knowledge, that's very special knowledge to all the course. So really we got this knowledge from the Shankaracharya tradition. And here's the group, all with their diplomas. Okay, so now let's look at the upcoming course. It's basically has 2 semesters. The first semester is 2 months long. There are 2 online sessions by Zoom. One is all the class together. We'll determine the day and the hour together once people register. So it's as comfortable as possible to everyone. You can fit it into your work and daily routine. And then there's another session which you do with your small group of people that you practice in their language. And And then there are some celebrations and knowledge meetings, and we have group meditations online, which you can fit into your schedule. And the charge for that is 800 euros for this 2 months. And some scholarships are available. We want everyone to be able to do the course. The second semester is in residence. It's not by Zoom. We actually go to a hotel, some 4-star hotel. It'll be in Eastern Europe. And it's very intensive. You saw a lot of pictures of people having fun and meditating and going on field trips. Well, it is a lot of hard work. And people have some challenges because you have to learn a lot of material. You have to learn some things by heart, and you have to be able to lecture, and you have to be able to give the knowledge and to practice and to do the puja ceremony perfectly. And there's a lot to learn, so there are long hours of study. And of course, it includes room and board. The second semester is 33 days. Of course, 1 day is arriving, 1 day departure. The tuition is 2,000 euros. It may vary a little bit depending if you want a single room or double room, the room type, but that's about it. And some scholarships, again, are available. We want to make it possible for everyone to go to the course. Here is the layout of the course. Right now, on the left, we see blue, December. We're in December. There are 2 weeks left of December. Then white, January, February, March, April, and May, yellow. So registration is going to happen in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. By the end of January, people who want must register by the end of January. Then the first semester happens in February and March, and a little bit into April, because we actually begin the course on the 9th 9th is a travel day, but we arrive at the hotel on the 9th of April. So there'll be 1 week of second semester also in April for self-study to prepare. And then there's travel, 1 day to get to the hotel. And then the second semester, as you see, is approximately 5 weeks. So we start on the second week of April, and we go into the till the 11th of May, the second week of May, the middle of May. And then there's, of course, 1 day of travel to go back home, unless you want to stay some more. This is the curriculum for the semester 1. So again, the yellow is February, the green is March, and then there's a little bit of April. In February and March, each cell, each column is 1 week. And in April, each column is smaller, it's 1 day, so they're just 8 days in April. So the first thing we learn is the basic puja practice. These lessons have numbers, 1001, 1002. So basic puja practice. And we learn it at the very beginning in February, and we'll practice it daily all through these 2 months. The goal is that you arrive in the hotel knowing perfectly how to recite the puja ceremony. And the other thing is we'll have group practice of meditation as always. We're not theoretical learning, we're practicing. So we'll have group meditation sessions. Of course, every lesson will begin with a meditation. It is very powerful, these group meditations, even on Zoom. And also we will have optional, depending on your work schedule, depending on your location where you live in the world, we'll have group meditations. We can join each other digitally. We've done that very successfully. And we can do 1 or 2 of our daily meditations together as a group for these 2 months. The next subject is Meditation Guide Training 101, 102, and 103. This is what we used to call checking notes, or Maharishi originally called it meditation guide. This is the knowledge, very deep, very important knowledge, how to lead someone from the relative to the absolute, how to guide someone from daily activity to close your eyes, get more and more quiet, experience deeper levels of silence. And there are many things that can happen in that journey, and all sorts of tools that Maharishi gives us to correct them and to give them, in the end, the correct practice of meditation. a teacher of meditation uses this toolkit, I would call it, this technique, many, many times, all through your career, when teaching, when after it, always you were using this. So these are the 3 levels that we are learning. So we come, and between you and me, this is the hardest part of the course because it requires memorizing and being very accurate. So we want to get that part over with so we come prepared to the course. We don't have to spend too much time memorizing during the course. And the last one is lecture, talk, seminar, celebration. This happens on a weekly basis, but not every meeting, of course. And then, of course, there's a day to travel. So this is the curriculum for semester 1. And what we do, we class knowledge and skills. We about 2 hours, the whole group together. It could be an hour and a half. Then team practice, about an hour a week. This is 2 hours per week. Team practice is about an hour a week. It's optional, you can do more. Practice makes perfect. And then celebrations, knowledge, weekly group meditations when we meet, and daily are optional. And this is the curriculum for phase 2. This is what Maharishi used to call Forest Academy out in a hotel. So again, we have April. We have from the 10th, because the 9th is the day of arrival. We learn a little bit, but not much there. It's from the 10th to the 30th of April, and from the 1st till the 11th of May. Every day, we know what we are doing. So the first thing we do is deep meditation practice. This is called 1004. This is our rounding, which of course, most of you know, will include asanas, pranayama, meditation. If you're practicing the siddhis, you'll do the siddhis. If you're practicing meditation, we'll give you your own program. We do every day for a good amount, basically 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon. And the first lesson we learn is advanced puja practice. On top of what we learned before, we learn how to perform the ceremony itself. And this is the first 2 days of the course. And then we go to a series of lectures, the blue ones, which are the benefits of meditation, when we want to tell people why it's good to learn meditation, and then research on meditation to be able to discuss the science of meditation, and then different methods of meditation. This is the second lecture. So for each one of these, we have 3 days in the beginning to study it, plenty of time, but it's quite tight. There's a lot to learn. Then this group, which is sort of yellow-golden, yellow-brownish, this is the main techniques of being a teacher of meditation. You see, it takes up most of the course. So how we interview someone who wants to learn meditation, and the first seminar of meditation, the second seminar, third seminar, you may remember these called, first day of checking, second day of checking, third day of checking. And then, not in the proper order that we learn, but this is the way we learn in the course, how to instruct someone in meditation. This, of course, includes the puja, but some other aspects also. And how to validate their mantra, and how to guide group meditation, and how to teach children meditation, and how to teach large groups of people. So this, you see, some topics are 1 day, some are 3 days, some are 2 days. And in the middle, we go back to the puja mastery. You see on the 20th and 23rd of April, you see it on the top. We add the final level of puja practice, the deep level of consciousness of this ceremony, which is meant to establish the higher states of consciousness in the teacher. Okay, now we're moving to the red lines, and this is things that help a teacher of meditation once he's become a teacher of meditation. So advanced seminars for meditators, very important, many, many topics. I think the last course they got 70 lectures to give to meditators, very interesting lectures. then how to do a retreat for meditators, a weekend or a week or a month. We call them residence courses or WPAs, and how to manage a meditation center. Manage also in a business aspect. The meditation center, your meditation, teaching of meditation, should support you, should provide you with money so you can do it properly. So we have the best advice we can from all the teachers who've succeeded. And again, we're here to, so ITMA supports but does not take money from the teachers. They set their prices, and they don't have to give any of that money to anyone else. And then there's seminars and some Vedic knowledge, and some we call them Upavedas, Ayurveda, so at least Kelly knows what that is, and she could probably give that seminar better than anyone else, and a seminar on Vastu, and a seminar on Jyotish and Yagya, all these short, 1 day a piece, just to understand it. And then we end with a day of final testing. Everyone, there's testing throughout the entire course on every phase, but then there's the final test. This is your solo, we call it. You do teaching from A to Z, from beginning to end, solo, and you're tested on that. And then there's the Keystone Seminar, that special knowledge that is received only at the end of the course. That's the 1008. And then there's, of course, the awarding of diplomas, graduation celebration, and that is that. So after the teacher training, ITMA is there to support teachers in teaching, coaching, helping local ITMAs. You can set up a local ITMA in your congregation. There's a global ITMA, you can be part of that, and we meet weekly and monthly. There are global assemblies open to everybody, all of you and all your students. I said no royalties, no pricing. You set your own prices. Many. There's rounding. There's advanced courses. Like Yoga Sutras of Patanjali's or the Upavedas. We utilize people who are experts in that, and we can make that available to our students. So this is I think we looked at this, all right? I'm going in the wrong direction. Okay, so this is the timeline. We went through that. Phase. Oh, sorry. This is no longer correct. Okay. In semester 1, we learn knowledge and skills in the lesson, and we decide everyone who registered and is accepted to the course will have one preparatory meeting where we'll decide when that weekly knowledge session in semester 1 will be held. Usually it's Sunday or Saturday, or morning or evening. That is decided by majority vote. Because in ITMA we're democratic. Roland and I were elected, last year. The election happens every year. Everything is democratic. No rajas. No one. ITMA belongs to all the teachers. Then team practice lessons. These times are set for each team separately according to their time zone or comfort. And then the optional weekly and daily group meditation, again, as comfortable for the people. Semester 2, at that same meeting, the preparatory meeting, we finalized the starting date. I wrote down starting date here, the 9th of April. But if a large amount, if the majority wishes to move it a week forward or backward, we can discuss that because we have not yet finalized with the hotel. How do we register? Okay, so the process. You send your application by WhatsApp or by email. You meet teachers in a personal interview by phone, by Zoom. You join the course scheduling, that same preparatory meeting, you'll get an invitation, and there we'll make decision as a group about the days. you make your semester 1 tuition payment before the start of semester 1, and you receive an acceptance letter. Towards the end of semester 1, you make your, if you graduate semester 1 and you're accepted, then you make your semester 2 tuition payment, and you receive an invitation letter to the hotel, to come to the hotel. This is from the website. You can also register on the website. The name of the website is www.teachersofmeditation.org. And if you go to become a teacher of meditation, that's really the first page you'll see. There's a contact me form. Yes, I'd like more information about becoming a teacher of meditation. Please contact me, name, email, if you have a WhatsApp number, your country, any questions. And then there's a remark, yes, please send me a registration form. So if you fill this out, this is the easiest way to do it. We'll send you back a registration form. It's not very complicated. You fill it out, 2 pages, send it back. We interview you by phone, and you'll most likely are accepted to the course. So this is our contact details, and Jay Gurudev. So now, if there are any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer them. Aydin, welcome.
У меня есть вопрос. Можно попросить заранее в текстовом, наверняка есть в текстовом формате текст Пуджи.
So this is the question from Alexei. He asks, is it possible to prepare in advance for the course, for example, to have the text of puja to begin learning it, to have the text of puja in advance?
Yes, of course. It's not a secret, and that's why we begin with it in phase 1. The beginning of phase 1, you'll get the text, you'll get a recording, you'll sing together with the teachers, you'll have the recording, you can practice, we'll tell you how to learn it. That is no problem. If you want it, it's on YouTube if you like. Look, Rick Stanley, The Holy Tradition. You can listen and enjoy it. In the course, we learn how to sing it very accurately, and because it's an important, there's a little bit of magic about this meditation technique, about teaching it, and I think that magic is somehow in the puja, in the connection it creates between the teacher, the student, and the teachers that taught the teacher. Our tradition, we call it the holy tradition. There's some magic there. I don't know how to explain it. And the puja is that connection that creates that magic. So we want to learn it very, very well. And that is the purpose of phase 1. No more questions, Kelly? Volkmar, yes.
Уже известна страна, город, где будет происходить обучение?
Terribly sorry, Volkmar, we went in front of you. Is it clear which country and city it will be in? The location of the course, where it will be, the city and country. Is it clear already?
Yes. Last time we did it in India. Of course, it's very romantic and very much connected to the tradition, and that was very good. But the plane was quite expensive for many people, and the hotel had, like Volkmar said, electric and water and other issues. This time we have decided to do it in Eastern Europe. Most likely, unless you find us a tremendous good hotel at a good price, most likely it will be in Bulgaria. I do not have the city. We have several locations that are very good, 4-star hotels, with water and electric and good food, very good food in Bulgaria. I've been there. And, near a forest and a river, places like that, quiet. And I understand Bulgaria has historically good connections to Russia, and I hope it will be very easy to get there in terms of the cost of the travel and also the visa situation. But again, once we know the people who have applied for the course in the preparatory meeting, we will discuss all these details, and we are quite flexible. We want to make it as easy as possible for as many as possible people to become teachers of meditation. Volkmar?
Yes, thank you. One thing I could not do for our course, but I can do for this course. There is a recording of Rick Stanley from 1970. It's the puja. This take is called the Holy Tradition, and it's only accompanied by guitar, and it's very well understandable. That's the way I learned some of it in the 70s. Listen to it 1,000 times and sing along, like you would sing along with a song in a language you don't understand. I will make this available to Roland, and if you want, I can contribute this to the new course. Although, well, the thing is, I ordered it in August 2023. So, but the consignment didn't arrive due to some problems. Mrs. Stanley, Rick Stanley's wife, had. She was ill for a long time, and the consignment arrived while I was already in India. So what's on YouTube is the Rick Stanley singing it in a company to some kind of harp. But when you get the audio, you can compare it. I think this take is very well understandable and very good to learn and to sing along. So that's it.
Well, thank you, Volkmar. As usual, you are so helpful. I'll make another comment. This is to all the teachers and the graduates, and also to the people who are joining now. We will have another 1 or 2 meetings like this, introductory meetings. This is being recorded. We'll make the recording available. Anyone who emails us or WhatsApp us, we can send you the recording. We will also put it up. We have a YouTube channel, ITMA YouTube channel, and we'll put it up wherever we can, or maybe we'll try to put it on our website also. So you can watch, or you can invite people to watch this and not wait for the next meeting. But of course, we'll have more meetings. To encourage people to come or to invite people, you see, we can do this course if there are about minimum 20 people. Because we needed to take a certain amount of rooms in a hotel to make it possible. So if you have someone that you think would like to come to the course or is interested, invite him. And for everyone, we've made we call it like a referral fee or a commission of 200 euros for anyone who signs, someone up for the phase 1. And you can use that commission to help your own tuition, or if you feel comfortable, you can give that as a discount to the person you're recommending or to anyone you want. But this is what we can do to help. Unfortunately, we don't have any, I think actually fortunately, we don't have any millionaires that own ITMA or give large amount donations or large money. We never took a donation from anybody. Just the people who came to the course and the teachers paid for a website or travel or something like that. So it belongs to the teachers. But this is our little way of helping people. And in the last course, there are people that inside the course that were able to help each other. Some people got very significant scholarships. So we'll do what we can in that regards. Yes. Any other questions, comments?
May I?
Yes, please.
Well, Angelica raised her hand.
From what it seems, it was grateful hands, not a question, but gratitude.
Okay, thank you. Bernhard, you wanted to say something?
No, I just want to ask how the blessing or connection with the Shankaracharya will be done this time, or if it will be done.
There were many, this last course, it was nature organizing. Many things happened at the last minute by chance. We didn't even know that there was a Shankaracharya temple in Kochi, but my driver told me, have you gone there? So let's go there. And then he said, this is the head priest. So what are you doing here? So we told him, can we bring the course here? He said, of course, welcome. Like that it happened. So many things happened like that. Frankly, we don't know. We'll find a proper way to give this capstone of knowledge, to make them teachers.
Yeah, the blessing, to have the blessing again.
Yes. Now we have, digital Zoom and everything. We can connect around the world. Maharishi used to love
contact, so
yeah. We talk with him every once in a while. Not very good English, but Maharishi used to love the fact that there were telephones and that there were different time zones in the world. So about 11 or 12 o'clock, he would see the people around him in Switzerland or Vlodrop getting tired, So he would say, now let's call the people in Russia. And then when they're getting tired, let's call the people in Australia. Let's call the people in California. So the world has become very small with this digital stuff. Okay, I think we can wrap up. And I think we talked so much about Rick Stanley, we can listen to him as a final farewell. I'll say this about Rick Stanley. He sings it wonderfully, and the musical accompaniment is very nice. And that is one thing that we can use. But we also use recordings of a Pandit and also recordings of Maharishi. And there are differences between how Rick, who's a musician, sings it and how Maharishi sings it. But in the end, everyone sings it a little bit differently. So everything's okay. I think the Holy Tradition understands it in any accent, in any way. Okay, we end. So let's do this.
It's very quiet.
Yeah. It's
It looks like
it's
it's
muted on
muted.
YouTube.
It's not getting the sound, so let me find another recording.
If you can unmute it, if you want to pull it up again, when you scroll down, there's a little microphone with an X through it. If you just press
There it is.
Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam Chahasta Malakam Chashishyam Tam Throtakam Vadikaramanyam Asmad Gurum Santatamatoosmi Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karum Alayam Namami Bhagavan Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krito Vandiri Bhagavanto Puna Puna Yadvari Nikila Nilim Paparishad Siddhim Vidate Nisham Srimad Shri Lasitam Shakat Padam Natvad Matrittim Vitam Lokagyam Apayodapatandaram Shri Shankaram Shanmadam Brahmanam Saraswati Guruvaram Yayami Jyotirmayam Karpuragoram Karunavataram Samsarasaram Bhujagindraharam Satavasantam Hridayaravindehi Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akandamandalakaram, Yaktam Yena, Characharam, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena. Tasmai Shri Gurave Shri Brahmanandam Param Sukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Vishvatitam Triguna Sahitam Satgurum Dhamma Agyantimirandasyo Yananjana Shalakyo Chakchurunnivitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
I'm on day 21 of the 28 Wall Pilates Challenge, and I will never go back.
Очень красиво.
Long time haven't heard that.
Okay, thank you very much. This concludes our evening today. And we look forward to meeting all of you on the teacher training course and future meetings. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Avnerji, about blessing from Surya Narayana, I think we have half of year to open the temple in Bulgaria. Otherwise, you can advise him.
Yes, sir.
What about this idea? Please think.
It will be nice. Okay, Jay.
Okay, Jai Gurdas. Thank you very much.